Hello to everyone, I'm Ettore Conti and I'm here presenting my research report for my project in media research based on the framing of Julian Assange in the media, especially in the newspapers. Here we have a quick introduction about the topic with Assange that basically in 2010 published a lot of leaked files from the Afghanistan war and more. And now with this ongoing trial for extradition, I'm going to use the renewed attention by the media to analyze how the perception of his image has changed. Here you can see my research question. So basically I'm gonna pick up some articles from 2010 from mainstream newspapers from UK and US, and I'm gonna compare them with the new articles from 2020 to understand if and how the portrait of Assange has changed during the years. I wanted to place my study in the debate of the freedom of information because I think it's a really big issue nowadays. And we can see through this case how in countries like the US there is a huge contrast between the national security and the freedom of information in the public debate. So what are we talking about when we talk about frames? Here you can see two quotes by two important scholars in the field, but basically we can see the frames in the media as filters that allow us to see some aspect of the reality. And for sure they are decided by the creator of in this case, the article, to emphasize some matter that he or she think is important for the public debate. So here's the tone. The first aspect I focused on to make my content analysis in the articles. So I associated some words about the Assange work that can be criminal or spy or journalist to an overall tone, positive or negative or neutral, to see how is different now. The second aspect I focused on to make my analysis is the personalization, a concept developed by previous researchers to understand the tendency of the modern information system to put emphasis on the private person, leaders or leader of association or political parties, more than the parties or associations themselves. I chose to base my research in the UK and US to pick up the articles. For the language, first of all, to have an easy way to compare the articles, and then also because both the countries are directly involved, the US for the leaks and the UK for the legal persecution of Assange. So in these countries, there is a bigger debate about. Here you can see the newspapers I chose for the articles, and I chose them because they are really mainstream and also international, and they have a big weight in the in the public opinion in the respective countries, but also because they were some of them were directly involved in the publishing of the leaks. So I thought it was interesting to see how the people who actually published the leaks portrayed the author of the leaks. So at what point I am in the research progress. I can't show the main findings yet because I'm still taking all the data, and but now I'm finishing the database, and then I will start to analyze all the data to develop my argument. So I focus my research on how the media frames shape a portrait of an issue or a person, and the ideal next step would be to analyze how these frames are received by the audience, and we could do that through an analysis of the social media, for example, like Twitter, or with a specific survey. And these are my ideas to continue the research.